All right, everyone. Well, welcome back to Hobby Cantina. And today, basically what we're going to be doing is planning and kind of designing our 110 scale crawler course. So 110 scale is a lot bigger. So what I've been doing is the first thing that I've been doing to plan these things out is I've been saving these. I've been saving a whole bunch of boxes. So that's step one. Make sure you save as many boxes, maybe milk jugs, you know, pretty much anything that you can think of, because all we're going to be doing is covering it with some stuff, letting it dry, and then that's it. And then we go from there. Like, you can go at this any way you want. You can do whatever you want. You can use whatever you want. But I'm just showing you how I do it, how I did my last one. I think it turned out pretty good. I think it turned out great. So my idea is basically I'm going to do the same with the 110, but we're going to split a piece of wood or maybe some sheets of cardboard, and I want it to be able to slide underneath this when I'm not using it. But first things first, I got to go get some supplies. These are the main supplies that you're going to need for the way that I do the 110 scale crawler course. So yeah, let's go to Home Depot real quick and see what we can get. I did do a pickup order, so we'll just be picking it up. All right, so about halfway to the store, but I thought you might want to see how the mountains are looking right now. We've got some good adventures coming up. I'm going to be going to some geode beds, digging for geodes and doing some rock crawling. So that'll be coming up soon. And then we've got that AE86. That Torino, the Toyota, the Sprinter. Some funny stuff happened with that. I'll tell you about that later. But here, check out the mountains real quick, and then we'll be at Home Depot. Looking nice, right? And I just started a new channel, and it's called The Yard Dad. So if you're interested in like landscaping and fruit trees and lawn work and anything dealing with your yard, check out my channel. It's called The Yard Dad. But that's actually what I do for my regular work. But yeah. All right. Well, just got back from Home Depot. Kind of cleaned out the garage a little bit. Got everything looking good, and you know. So basically, I got all of your essentials for this indoor crawler course, and let's call them the base camp. The Axial Base Camp essentials, because that's what we'll be using in this one. And here, I'll show you the stuff that I got from Home Depot. Here, check it out. All right, so item number one, bucket. I got the shorty one. It's cheapest too. It's a cheaper one. Item number two, Plaster of Paris. Get a big bag. This is a 25-pound bag. Then item number three, non-woven fabric sheets. This is what I used on the first one. And as you can see, it's basically just, you know, it just keeps going. You can get this at any fabric store. This is just leftovers from the indoor crawler course, the 24 scale. But yeah, those are going to be your essentials. So Plaster of Paris, a bucket, and the non-woven fabric sheets. Now, the other thing that you're going to need is, of course, the cardboard boxes, plus anything else that you can find. So for me, I'll show you some of the items that I'll be using on this one, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm going for. So first things first, I need to find my space that I'm going to put this in. So for me, because I have the indoor crawler course right here, the 24 scale one, and I built this table separately, even though it was in that video that I made. But basically, what I want to be able to do is I'm going to measure my space from like this spot right here over to the other leg over here in the corner. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to put this thing, I'm going to build it on top of cardboard. I decided to build it on top of cardboard because I'll show you why right now. So a while back, and I totally forgot about this, I have an entire box. Let's see if you can see it better here. So I have an entire box of cardboard that's been cut and then folded in nicely and put in here. I mean, not all of them were folded nicely, but I saved all that stuff and I totally forgot about it. So when I actually do start building this thing, which will be the next video, when I put it all together, that's going to come in handy because now I don't have to get a sheet of plywood. You can use whatever you want for your base, but you know, it just depends. Like if you want to build a table and go that route, build yourself a table. I mean, this table back here, technically this thing's a workbench that I built, or a train table, a hobby train table, whatever you want to call it. But I added these, as you can see here. I ended up adding these because it makes it look way more clean and it holds everything in nicer. But if I unscrew this and I take just this front one off, just unscrew those 2 screws on each side, I pull this off, this entire thing's on a thin sheet of plywood and it slides right out. And it's not very heavy either because it's all cardboard boxes and styrofoam, plastic and stuff. But you got to find your space. And like I said, we'll be using this Axial Base Camp to do this. And that's basically what's going to be my guide on how big I need things to be. So you find your space, you see what you're dealing with. And then once you find your space, I'm going to take all these boxes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the space that I'll actually be working with the plaster because it's very messy. So my spot for that is right here, right by the front of the garage. And that way, if I need to pressure wash it or do anything like that, I can easily do it and it'll all go right out. You don't want to do it over here. I mean, you could do it on your driveway or your back patio or something like that, but just find a good spot and don't do what I did, where you get the gold spray paint all over the floor there. Real nice, right? you get the idea. And basically all I do is I read the directions on the Plaster of Paris. I use the exact amount of water that it tells me to use. And I put the water in my bucket and I start cutting sheets. And this time we'll be cutting the sheets a lot bigger. And then I dip the sheets in there and then pull it out and kind of make sure it's not too watery. And the water doesn't really matter though, it's going to dry big time. It's going to dry fast too. And then I put it down on my cardboard and I lay out my cardboard how I want it and I just keep laying them. Now, of course, you'll see all this in the next video. This is just the essentials for what you'll need to get started. But I figured I'd make a second video because it would probably be like an hour long. So this just make it easier for everybody. But this way you can kind of follow what I'm doing and maybe you'll go out and get some of this stuff. And you don't have to do it like I'm doing it. You just be creative here. But now I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using to make this 110 scale indoor crawler course. So here, I'll show you. All right, so I've got all this different cardboard, right? I've got cardboard and I just went through all this stuff. I've got, you know, empty plastic bottles. We can make stuff with that. And then of course you've got all your kind of stuff that I can ball up, or I can fill gaps and then we'll put some spray foam or something down. So I've got all that, you know, like even like stuff like this, like little toilet paper rolls. You can make cool little obstacles with this. You can fill these things with foam too, so they don't go down, you know. And then let's see, what else do we got? So I've got my long boxes, and this is going to basically be, I'm going to do it very similar to the course over here. I'm not going to do it exactly the same, but I'm going to have an area that goes up in the back, and then we're going to make a bridge. And for the bridge, So for the bridge, I'm going to use the aspen ones again. I'm going to cut them longer so that it matches this base camp over here, this Axial Base Camp. Now, as you can see right now, just a little bit too short. So add a little bit of length out to here and we'll be good. All right, so we got all those, we got our boxes. Oh, and I'm gonna add something cool to this course. So I figured I've gotta add something unique. So I've got this pillow here and I'm thinking we can make kind of like a quicksandy area, right? And we'll spray paint it and it'll blend right in and it'll be kind of like a, you know, kind of like a little quicksand type of mud. I don't know what we'll call that, but I thought that would be cool. And then, of course, I have like these long, skinny ones. Rock bottom golf. Anybody a golfer? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I've got these long, skinny ones. And, and of course, we've got little styrofoam pieces. This came from an RC, from an Arma box. And then we've got a little HPI racing box here. Oh, and then of course, Folgers, empty Folgers then, right? Let's even take this over here real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. I might even be able to do my bridge off of that. Maybe make it just a smidge bigger on both sides. But yeah, maybe we'll put this at the top of the bridge or something. I'll be able to figure out something with this. If you got any ideas, just let me know and we'll add it. You know, so you just leave it down in the comments, and if you've got some good ideas, we'll do that. And I've got some of those airsoft BB things that everyone was talking about. Somebody had commented on that. We're going to be adding those, so I'm going to go pick those up tomorrow. We'll be adding those to my old sand pit that we built back here. So we got to do something kind of similar like that, right? So yeah, that'd be back here. And then just to give you an idea, I think this is a 118 right here. Pretty sure this Traxxas is 118, but you can see, I mean, the size down there. You see how small it looks now? So, I mean, this thing's pretty big, but like I said, it's not about the space as much as it is about stuff like this. So for instance, you can kind of see how this, it kind of like, it concaves in like this. So we won't be able to do that as much unless we make it much wider. But I'm thinking we're going to keep things a little bit more like this, right? It's just going to make things easier. But we're still going to make some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. Of course, we're going to come up with some creative stuff. But that's the whole point of these projects is, you know, I can show you how I do it, and then you do it too, but you do it better. Like, do it what you think is going to work for you. But that's what's so much fun about it. But yeah, so that's the material part of your essentials that you'll need for the Axial Base Camp indoor crawler course. But you know, let's see, what else? What do we got? So after you get all of that stuff, you get your space picked out, you get, you know, your material stuff picked out. You're going to want to select what type of paint you want to use. So for me, what I did was I started with a gray, because obviously the plaster is going to dry white. So I just went gray, whole thing. And I still have all of these cans. So we're going to use all of these, and whatever we have left, or if we need to go get something. But there's my gray right there. I still have about a half a can. And then of course, you can grab some Mod Podge. There's a lot of different things that you can get. I just recommend you get whatever you want, whatever works for you. Because like I thought I was going to care about like stuff not sticking or like plaster showing and stuff like that, but it really doesn't bother me. You know, I can just paint over it again and then spray it with some, you know, like polyurethane might even work. Who knows? But try it out. Let me know if it works. Yeah, I mean, basically, that's pretty much it. The plaster thing works best for me with the non-woven fabric. Those are my super essential items. And then maybe wear some gloves or something. I mean, it washes up pretty easily, but it does harden very quickly. So if you get some on the ground or anything like that, just make sure you wash it up real quick. Don't let it sit there, because I am going to have to pressure wash that. So, you know, but I think we covered everything. The only other thing that I can recommend is that you get some maybe some fine sand from a hobby shop or from like any sort of craft store, which is where I got the non-woven fabric, by the way. Any craft store will have it. You just give them a call and they'll be like, yeah, how many yards do you need? Or what color do you want? And, you know, at that point, you got to kind of just figure that out, because I have no idea how much I'll be using. We'll probably be ending up getting some more of it. But if we do, in the next video, when I build this thing, we will go to the store and I will show you. Today at Home Depot was kind of crazy. So I actually had to go in there real quick and pick up all the stuff and take it out myself, even though I had set a pickup order. And I usually do that just to kind of help them. But I went in there and there's like one person working in the whole store. So I don't know what's going on with that, but you know. And then update, like I was saying before earlier, I'll be going to a spot where there's geobeds, and you can get those geo rocks and crack them open or cut them in half. And yeah, basically I'm going to go down the Pony Express Trail, and I'll take us out there, film it. We'll do some, I'm going to take a couple crawlers with me. We'll make a fire, hang out, and I'll try the live stream if I find some, if I find any spots where I can do that, get some service. We'll live stream it, maybe do a little fishing, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's coming up. And then also look out for that Kyosho, the Sprinter one. And that's what I was going to tell you, the Torino. So that drift car. So I ordered one a while back from A-Main Hobbies, and they emailed me and they were all like, hey, would you like to cancel this? Because it's not going to be, we don't know when it's going to be in stock. So I was like, oh no, it's good. You can still send it out when it comes. So that was like, I don't know, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago or something. And I saw a video of A-Main, and I'm sure some of you have seen it. And I was kind of like, that's kind of weird, because usually when I see somebody release a video of something, it's on the way to me, or something, you know? So I was like, all right. So I contacted them. I have a friend that I know, and he told me when they were going to be coming here. And so I knew that it was supposed to be this week or next week. So when I emailed the A-Main people back, I told them that I knew that, and they still told me, oh, we don't know when we're going to get them. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of weird, but when it comes, we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. It's going to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to that. That's one of my favorite cars, the 86 Corolla, AE86, whatever. I've been in a couple of them. They're quite fun. But yeah, hopefully that comes, but expect to see the rock crawler one coming out. That'll come out after the 110 scale video when I build the course and everything, the indoor crawler course. And then yeah, and then of course, you know, if you got any ideas or anything like that, let me know. As I told you before, also, I started that channel. So if you're into landscaping, I'm a book of knowledge when it comes to that type of stuff. So if you even have any questions about that, hit me up on this channel. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. And we're going to start building this thing, start getting it built. So a week, 1 week, it'll be done. And then I'll upload that video, and I hope you enjoy it. But that's everything that I get for these things. And then, of course, any details you want to add to it, action figure, scale stuff, go for it. And that foam, the spray foam stuff, I highly recommend that you use that just in like spots like this. Let's see, like back here, like it just makes spots just look so much more real where you put that. And like I put spray foam in here, and then I glued on some of this like fake shrubbery stuff. And that's another little detail that you can add for your essentials for building one of these. So I hope that helped everyone. I'm not going anywhere. So, you know, I'm going to keep making a video, at least one a week minimum, maybe two. We'll just see what's going on. Like if we've got storms and stuff, because I'm doing the other channel, that would be the day the week that I would do a second video. So, or 2 videos in a week. But yeah, well, anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for watching Hobby Cantina. And if you got any questions, as always, hit me up, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do what you do. And yeah, I'll see you out there, and thanks for watching.